We're live. We're live. We're live.
Good morning. Good morning. How you folks doing on this fine
Good
Wednesday?
morning.
Good morning, Lisa.
Thank you for my kisses. Thought I was gonna have to strain and stretch and beg and plead for some kisses.
All you gotta do is move over a little bit. That's
a little bit.
That's all you gotta do.
Just a little bit.
This is Wednesday. We call Wednesdays evaluation days. It's also the middle of the week. I'm not a fan of hump day myself, but I like to think of Wednesday as
it could be hump day.
Y'all saw. That wasn't me.
Midweek encouragement. How's that?
Do what you gotta do, baby. Clean up how you want to.
Good morning, Uzama.
I hope Uzama saw that.
Thank you. It's hump day. I'll do it again. Hump day.
I saw it.
I ain't scared of you.
Okay.
I am excited for today's topic, the power of resilience. Good morning, Shirley. And today is also
Wisdom Wednesday. We'll have our time with Brother Mark Greer.
That's right. That's right. Good morning, Sister Susan. She says, good morning. I have never seen you have a dirty mind. No, I don't have a dirty mind.
Exactly.
Because the marital bed is undefiled. But I'm just saying.
That's something.
I'm just saying.
That's what believers use
to what?
To
get away with stuff? No, the believers didn't use that. God put it in there. Because you're misusing it.
Well, probably.
He put it in there so that we wouldn't be so godly high, that we wouldn't be no earthly good. Good morning, Sister Katura. Looking so cute at the wedding.
She did. I didn't see the picture, but I'm glad Katura's here. I miss Katura.
We miss you.
I miss her contributions.
Absolutely. Today we are talking about the power of resilience. We will be receiving a submission from Brother Mark Greer. My eyes are acting funny. I can't really see
we have
right now.
So much of course and other stuff going on. If anything's going on with Lisa, it's going on with me too. Lisa has a tummy ache. I have a tummy ache. If she stubs her toe, I feel the pain too. Her eyes are feeling the strain. I felt one of mine too. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah,
but I felt like there was something in it.
So did I. Okay. And I thought it was my lens, but it's not. I mean, my lens is in there, but
speaking of strain,
my eyeballs are acting crazy.
I must be the only person in here like this. I have at least 7 or 8 pair of reading glasses. At least that. 3 here, 3 there.
You buy them by the gross.
I can think of 7 or 8 pair of reading glasses that I know, intellectually, I currently own.
Yeah.
And I cannot find any of them. I've searched high and low. I've searched my office, my bedroom. I've searched downstairs. I've searched Lisa's desk. I searched my old pants, my laundry. I've searched on top of my nightstand, on top of my dresser. Where the heck are my daggone reading glasses? I got 8 pair in the house, and how can they all disappear?
11 pair. I know.
What did Oprah tell you to do with your husband's reading glasses?
Say that next. Yep, that's some fragganackle.
What did she tell you to do?
You can have them on the top of your head.
It's thinking like, no, I don't have them on top of my head. I don't have them around my neck.
Not this time.
I need to go back to the Dollar Tree and buy more reading glasses.
You buy them by the gross. I've never seen you just buy 1 pair at the Dollar Tree. So I don't know what happens when you come in. When they come in the house, you throw them away.
No, I don't throw them away. Do you throw away my reading glasses?
I don't throw them away.
Where the heck are they?
That's ridiculous. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Terry.
How y'all doing?
It seems to be...
You know what? We haven't even started the show.
Okay.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Give us a second. After these messages, we'll be right back. Bing.
Good morning, my name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Antinobi. Antinobi says, morning, family, my sister. Thank you. I love y'all. We love you back.
Good,
amen.
Good. Last night, Wednesday mornings are all the first and third Wednesday mornings are always kind of special because they follow the night before Male Empowerment Networks and the Women's Empowerment Networks meeting. And ladies, I want to tell you the men's meeting was phenomenal last night. We have a brotherhood in the men's meeting.
Amen.
I know you ladies have a great time, but the men's meeting was amazing.
The Women's Empowerment meeting from the feedback evening was everything. It was everything.
Y'all was late getting out of there last night.
Yeah, we actually were 30 minutes over. We stayed on until 8:30. And I'm going to tell you, yesterday, every meeting, we always celebrate what each other's accomplishments, one by one, name by name, is very important because we often go through life without taking note
yes.
of the accomplishments that we've done and had. But we did that. In addition to that, we also had a discussion that was initiated with, how can I support you? Meaning me to them to each other, all of us. And we discussed that in terms of the fact, because God gave me a an additional revelation when I asked that question to make an admonishment. Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
Okay.
And the admonishment was, how can I support you? Could not, the acceptable answer was not, could not, and was unacceptable. Pray for me.
Just pray for me. That's all I need.
That was unacceptable. Unacceptable. You could not ask it. And
interesting.
I was
that
like,
would make people dig deep and have to come up with something tangible.
But absolutely. But I was at first, when God gave me that thought, I was like, we're a spiritual organization. Why can we not ask for prayer? Because, and this is something that we got revealed in that session, is that sometimes when the question is asked, how can I support you?
Did you cut your hair?
No, I did not. I washed it last night and got it to behave.
Okay, but go ahead.
It's still big. You can still
No, but it ain't. I saw it the other night, Dr. Deborah. It was
this
huge.
Big. Yes, it is.
And it's thick.
Now it's just curled up. That's
okay.
all.
But anyway, go ahead.
And so the admonishment was that we could not ask for pray for me. And Susan, that was exactly the right answer. Susan was not with us last night, but I'm grateful for you. She said, we already pray for each other. In our group, that is an expected and understood request that goes without saying. It's like saying, let me breathe. Like, I'm not stopping you from breathing right now.
Hey,
right?
Lisa, don't remember to breathe now. I mean,
right.
Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe. Well, we know that we do need prayer and we need to pray for each other.
All as we can get, yes.
But what happens is we hide our true requests behind, please pray for me. Hide it by, you don't want to be vulnerable enough to ask for it.
You might be embarrassed.
Right? You might be embarrassed. You don't want somebody in your business.
You might have made mistakes and don't
absolutely. Whatever it is. So we were forced to say, how can I support you with a response?
Specifically, yes.
And it was a call to action that meant that you had to answer with a verb. You need to connect me with this person. You need to think about that person. You need to remember to do that. I do this and I might need that. We had a wonderful time going around the room, figuring out true and factual ways to provide referrals, to provide physical, tangible support. Like, I'm going to call someone that I know who works on this thing. Physical, tangible responses to what every woman does around the room.
So that's what y'all did last night at Women's Empowerment Network meeting.
And for those of you who were, good morning, William Brown. For those of you who were on there and were unable to download the chats, I sent them out this morning. The chats were the brain teasers on what we are doing, how we are supporting each other, so that you can just go back and see what you put down, because we didn't want you to make knee-jerk responses. We wanted you to do diligence. We wanted you to make sure that you do warm introductions and do responsible introductions, right? Don't just give somebody's name until you've qualified them, until you've requested that you can give their name, until you make deliberate and intentional connections.
So that's what the women did in Women's Empowerment Network last night. In 6 minutes from now, we got a submission from Brother Mark Greer.
Is it 6 minutes from now?
I'm going to have to leave 5 minutes now. I'm going to have to leave a little bit early today, and because I have to take care of a client. I do want to say the men's meeting was amazing as well. And our speaker today, Mark Greer, was the one that put a bow tie on it that's resonated with me all night. He said to the men in the room, we are brothers. And that's what we are. We're really brothers. There he is right there. When Mark put a bow tie on me talking about how we are brothers, that has resonated and rolled over in my head since he said it last night and all through the night. And I woke up with that thought this morning because I grew up the oldest of 4 with 3 younger sisters. But now...
So you didn't have no brothers?
I didn't have any physical, biological brothers, but I got brothers now. And I love that. Mark Greer submits this morning, Grand Rising to all you people of excellence. I hope this day finds you well.
That's not deep enough.
I know, man. Sometimes I can get it. Grand Rising.
Yeah.
To all you people of excellence. I hope this day finds you well.
Yeah.
And in possession of a peaceful mind.
Yeah. That's
powerful soul. And indomitable spirit. I read that in the stylings of Mr. Mark Greer.
Yeah.
I got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sometimes I get it right. And in 4 minutes, we're looking forward to what he submits to us today. Because he's been doing that for a while now, over a year. For over a year, he's been willing to record a submission and have it air on Wednesdays in our broadcast. Brother Mark Greer follows up with, that is the truth in that statement, my Brian. We are and will forever be those brothers.
Absolutely.
And you know what, Mark? You're right. Maybe last night made it real for me, which is why I keep running it over and over in the head. I got brothers now. I got real brothers now. Maybe that's what it was. It's been, I'm telling you, Mark, I can't stop thinking about it.
Amen. I'm grateful.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like brothers. I don't talk to or interact with my brothers. They're not biological, but my brothers that I grew up, I don't talk with them as much as I used to, but there's still something special, different, and unique about having brothers.
It is. Now, we have a topic for today, and I apologize because we're not going to spend a lot of time on the topic, but it's in the air. It's in my head. Today's topic is the power of resilience.
The power of resilience.
And yesterday we talked about the value of a storm. So what's going on? Why are we coming up with these topics? Maybe it's in the air. Maybe God is speaking through us. That this is a message that we need to be talking about to somebody. Dr. Deborah submitted earlier. She needed last night.
Amen.
There's probably a reason why that download came to you. Don't let them get away with saying they just need prayer. Oh, no.
Yeah. It was one of those things. To me, it felt like God was reconciling the clarity and the understanding of the parable that we hear about often, the 3 boats in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Right. So
2 boats in a helicopter.
2 boats in a helicopter. We were in the room, all the women there. We were boats, helicopter, raft. We were all the answers to one another's prayers. But so often we sit in the middle of the ocean waiting for someone from God to come and answer prayers.
The word comes down into town, go to higher ground, a flood is coming. A storm is coming and it has the potential to flood. And this man of great faith says, I'm going to stay right here. Sure enough, the storm comes and the flood comes. The water is in the man's living room up to his waist. The water, he goes upstairs in his home. The water is flooding his home. He goes upstairs. The water gets up to the 2nd floor. He climbs up on his roof and the water is completely engulfing his home. While he's on his roof, 2 guys in a rowboat comes by and says, get in our boat. We're going to row up to higher ground. He goes, no. I have faith. I know God is going to take care of me, and I'm going to stay right here. They move on. A little while, the water's at the guy's waist on top of his roof. A guy comes by in a speedboat. Get in my boat. We're going up to higher ground. No. I stayed this long. I have faith. I know God is going to take care of me. And he lets the speedboat goes by. The water's at the man's chest. A helicopter comes by and drops a rope ladder down to him. Says, grab the ladder. I'll take you to higher ground. No, I have faith. I'm going to stay right here. And the helicopter goes on. The water overcomes the man, his head, and he ends up drowning, and he has an opportunity to meet his maker. And he meets his maker and says, God, I had such faith in you. Why didn't you take care of me? He said, I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. Lisa just highlighted, so often the help we need is coming to us. It even comes up to us and says the words, get in my boat and I'll take you to higher ground. And some of us, like Lisa said a second ago, are so heavenly and so
godly high,
no earthly good. It's now 9:15.
Good morning, Carmelo. That's right. We were all in the room, boats and helicopters, and we were there to be support of one another.
I hope you guys got some value. If you were not familiar with that story, I'm hoping it resonates with you today. It's now 9:15. Time to get a word from Mr. Mark Greer.
Good morning to you, Empowerment Duo family. This is another edition of Wisdom Wednesday. You know, a lot of times when you are trying to help someone in need, you try to carry the load, you try to ease the burden, you try to remove the pain. Sometimes it's easy to lose yourself in the support of other people. You become consumed with trying to make their lives better, with trying to help them get out of their current situations. You, in essence, become their support system and the only one in their lives at that time who truly understands or is truly trying to understand. And if you're not careful, you will lose yourself in trying to be that support for other people. You'll help them through that situation, help them ease through the storm, help to carry that burden, to lighten that load. And once you do, you get back to your own life and you realize some of the issues that you have not dealt with in your own lives are still there. In fact, it may have been magnified because you did not take care of them. Empowerment Duo family, this morning, I want to encourage all of you to understand and to know that in your personal universe, you are the center. You are, in essence, the sun. And as the planets revolve around the sun, and the sun provides life to so many planets, Earth to be a perfect example, in your life, you are, in essence, that sun. And everything and everyone revolves around you. And if that sun is not taken care of, it refuses to shine. And if it refuses to shine, everything in your life that is dependent upon you will inevitably fade away. Empowerment Duo family, the most important person in your world has got to be you. Now, some may beg to differ, but let me give you this illustration. If you're not taking care of you, how do you take care of the people that you care about, the people that you love, the people that mean so much to you? How will you, in essence, be a support to someone else if you have not taken care of you? I've said it before, society has convinced people when you look out for yourself, number one, you are being selfish. And I would tell you, when you look out for yourself as number one, you're not being selfish at all. You're being focused. You're preparing yourself to help someone in need. You're doing what the man upstairs intended for you to do because it puts you in a situation where you can, in actuality, be your brother's and your sister's keeper. So, Empowerment Duo family, my words for you this morning: take care of yourselves. Be true to yourselves, your health, your mindset. Make sure you are taking care of you. Because if you're not taking care of you, there is no way on God's green planet that you will be able to take care of anyone else. At the end of the day, you mean so much to so many people, including yourself. It's your obligation. It is your duty. It is your responsibility to make sure you do everything in your power to be around, not only for them, but for yourself too. That's all we have for today, everybody. As always, you are the blessing so many people have been wishing for. And you will receive every blessing that you have been praying for. We'll talk to you again soon, everyone. Peace.
What amazing. He does it every time. Knocks it out of the park. What a sobering and affirming message Mark just gave.
Yeah.
He gave, I believe this message will free somebody. He gave an encouraging word that allows people to not feel bad about taking care of themselves, to not feel like they're being selfish. It's more unselfish if you don't. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be around to take care of the people that matter to you so much. Mm-hmm. You owe it to other people. It's your gift to them by taking great care of yourself. Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I'm grateful that I'm becoming more and more able to receive that concept. That is one that I've struggled with all my life. I think up until the time that I was 40, I thought that it was the utmost of selfishness for even in the airplane, like Dr. Deborah says, you're so right, I had to learn to put on my oxygen mask. I used to be mad when the flight attendants would start that talk about put the mask on yourself. I thought that was the height of selfishness, and I couldn't understand it because there was some realities of the thing that had not really resonated with me.
I can get why you wouldn't understand that at one point.
Absolutely,
I get
quite a long time. Absolutely.
Which is why I love Mark's word today. I love his word today. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. I thought it was at the height of selfishness, but that was because my truth was tainted by overlearning some situations early in my life.
What did you just say? You did? You what?
Overlearned.
Overlearned. That means you learn it, and then you add stuff to what you learned.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There was quite a few things that I overlearned in life that I had and this may be a conversation for William Brown, that I had dug my heels in the ground on. I'm never going to be like that. So because I'm never going to be like that, I wasn't free to be complete, whole, or understanding with what was going on.
Saying. She wasn't free to be complete. Let's catch up. Carmela Baker says good morning, but Shirley says thank you, Mark. Greer and Carmela Baker also says
physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health will heal you to help you help others. Absolutely.
Amen. Thank you for that, Carmelo. I'm so excited about Brother Mark Greer. I'm going to have to leave you guys this morning, but what I do know as I take steps away from this desk, I do know that Lisa is amazing and well able to carry on the rest of the broadcast. With you guys this morning. Y'all help her to sing the songs, please. That's one of the things I'm nervous about when Lisa can't be here. I'm like, oh my goodness, I got to do these songs without Lisa's help. And I worry about that at times because it does take two to make a thing go right. So y'all help her too, please.
Amen. Understanding the power of resilience really is our topic for today, but just understanding the power of taking care of yourself as a part of your resilience.
Amen. Gotta go.
Come on, baby. Is also equally important.
I had that old man noise getting out of the chair.
Antonova said, thank you, Mark. Amen. Understanding that just being in a position where we may need to be there for someone else and then not being able to be because you're barely holding on for yourself or because you're unable to. I don't know why my screen is so little I can't see it. Because you're unable to, hopefully that's what it, no, now I can't see it there either. Because you're unable to be able to handle what's going on for you so that there's almost nothing left for you to give, share, or be for someone else. And so based on Brother Mark's topic, and as I said, one of the things that I overlearned in the process was because there were some situations where I felt that others were not being there for me in critical times in my life where I felt I over decided, right? So sometimes you dig your heels in on something, on a situation, and I over decided I am never going to be like that. I'm never going to do da da da. I'm never going to da 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 da. Never and always are typically things that you need to examine and excavate, because they are usually rooted into something that you have either overlearned or underlearned. This always happens. Nothing always happens. Nothing always happens, right? There's very, 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 very few things that are always, 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 always. And never, 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 never. One of the things that I can remember is never say never, because there will always be something that comes up that will give you the understanding, if you allow it, to finally say, oops, I should have never said never. So is there anything as we depart into this conversation that you are dealing with that was an always or never, that you may have overlearned or underlearned as a response to, good morning, Sheila, as a response to a situation that occurred in your life that may or may not have been painful? Good morning, Dr. Benny Davis. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. She says, Grand Rising, my beautiful family, my beautiful, awesome family, overlearning and underlearning, and the power of resilience, along with the power of self-love, or the importance of self-love and self-preservation, are what we're talking about today. I can't see out of my right, this is my left eye. For some reason, I'm having trouble seeing out of that eye. So I am really looking forward to the card for today. I didn't pick it in advance, so let's go ahead and pick it and see what it's going to be. Oh, I'm not going to do it now. We'll wait for 3 minutes. So if you will, share with me, what are some of your thoughts about today? Absolutely. Katura said, absolutely. I would not allow people to compare my children to one another. Amen. Those are things, that was a decision that you made based on an experience that you may have endured, that you decided that the answer to it was to avoid comparison altogether. And you may have decided later on in life that there is some room for comparison, not comparison in a negative way, but comparison in a individual way. Amen. Katura said, I definitely overlearned that. I think we do. When something hurts us, we overlearn it because we want to make sure that we don't ever put that on someone else or do that to someone else or allow that for someone else. I think that also creates different types of advocacy where people are they're digging their heels on something because they don't ever want to let this happen to somebody else. They overlearned it. One of the things that I think as a society we've overlearned is this political correctness. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like there is room for political correctness, but I think that we have overlearned political correctness to the point where now it's so politically correct that either is negative or is watered down. And it's like you don't really know where you stand. You know, people are learning what they are able to say or not say, and they're being conscientious of that, but they're not necessarily being honest. Sheila said, instilling boundaries and thresholds was underlearned in my past. Instilling boundaries and thresholds were underlearned in my past. Amen. That could definitely be something where you have decided that everything should be wide open. I think earlier in my walk, if you will, everybody started out as family. When I met you, you were family. You didn't have to earn your way into my family. When I met you, you were family. You could earn your way out, but you didn't have to earn your way in. And that was something that I had overlearned, but then life began to reset those boundaries. And then I overlearned it. Then for a season, if I don't know you, I'm probably not never going to know you. That was a short season, but it was still a season because some of those boundaries that I had opened up and allowed people into without any requirements, if that makes sense, if just accepting, if I think that was it, they had abused that position, and as a result of that, then I overlearned it and moved to the other side. Now you can't get in. Nobody ain't never getting in, right? Good morning, Jennifer. But then faith works experience, and experience, experience works patience. All of those things working together gave more understanding of balance. And now what I currently use, and I actually help to teach people to use it, is a gate versus, a fence versus a wall, right? As far as boundaries, because a fence you can see through, you can communicate between, you can lock it or open it, but it allows for the free flowing of information. So that's how I managed to now mitigate the boundaries and thresholds. Amen. Amen. Is there anything else that someone has overlearned or underlearned that they would like to share? Good morning, Sister Jennifer. Good morning, William Brown. I'm curious to your opinion as well. Thank you for joining us this morning, Carmelo. Amen. Thank you for such a wonderful word, Brother Mark, this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am telling you here. Oh, I've got to bring up the word. I've got to bring up the card for the day. Amen. We're doing just fine this morning. Today's card is coming from the Amazing Mindfulness cards. And amen. The card is from the 2018 version of the cards that was created with God's help. And the first card for today is I will allow myself to dream big. Amen. Amen. Thank you for sharing that. And that is coming from the prayer of Jabez. Amen. I can't read it. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory. That your hand should be with me and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. Amen. Refer back to your amazing mindfulness cards and allow yourself to dream big. Amen and amen. Antonobi says, last night after speaking with Stephanie, I realized that I didn't know how to process or deal with my grief. Even after working with a patient family member after their passing, I was there to comfort, talk to, prayer, etc. When it happened to me with my mother, I don't know what I'd done for others. I don't know how to do what others had done for me, to what I had done for others who needed me. Amen. That makes perfect sense. And I appreciate that. I'm grateful that Stephanie was able to be there to support you in that endeavor. It is always important to have support in almost any process that we go through, the grieving process being one that is also critical, because it's not something that has a necessary timeline. It can come and go. Everything can be fine. And then all of a sudden it can come back. There are stages and levels of it. And you can go from acceptance back to shock at any given time, and understanding that there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to learn how to give yourself what you need in that process so that you can have, for all of us, I'm losing my voice. So I am grateful. Today's topic, the power of resilience, is one that comes up from time to time, particularly in an entrepreneur's journey. Being resilient, being capable of overcoming what is in front of you, right? What you're dealing with at the moment, knowing that this has come to pass, that every situation that you found yourself up in or against has come to pass, and taking the time to learn, gain, or retain whatever lessons are in it so that you can move forward successfully. You can move forward to the next level, not to repeat it, but to be better prepared to mitigate it in the future. Make sense? Makes sense. So, how can we support one another? We shared that was the topic from last night. And I was so excited for all the ladies that were on Women's Empowerment Networks. I was so grateful for everybody that was on there. And one of the things that we realized, how can I support you? The knee-jerk answer was pray for me. And it wasn't always because they needed prayer. Understand, we all need prayer, and we all always need prayer. But that we also had not taken the time to articulate or even flesh out what it is that we really need. If we need clarity, if we need understanding, if we need an introduction, if we need support in a particular area, whether it is financial support, whether it is support in something physical, tangible, in marketing support, I will answer the question for myself. What do I need? What can you do for me? How can you support me? You can help us to share this show. You can help us to maintain a wider audience. You can help us to be consistent in getting people to come and watch it. So that is one way that you can support us. You can also support us with your comments, because this show is what? Comment driven. We read, you talk. We read, you talk. So if you're not talking, then we don't have anything to read. And each and every one of us supplies, every joint supplier. I'm grateful that God has given us these 8 years together, and that we've grown to good morning, Sister Emily. We've grown to an 60-minute broadcast, and I'm always grateful that he reminds us to be thankful and grateful for the time that we get to spend with one another. I don't take it for granted, and I am particularly conscientious for it. Sister Susan said, I need clarity. Amen. And we're going to work on clarity today with your session, because it is something that is needed. It is necessary. Understanding, without clarity, you don't know which direction to go in. Without clarity, you don't know what goes first, second, and third. Without clarity, here's something else that happens without clarity. Without clarity, you can focus on the wrong things. And I will tell you, one of the things that I often deal with many people is the understanding of the importance of imperfect action. And understanding that sometimes you need a compass to make a circle, and sometimes you just need to make a freehand ring. Sometimes you need a ruler to make an X with perfectly perpendicular lines, and sometimes you just need to cross it out. It depends on what it is that you're endeavoring to do. Katura says the ladies were dealing with the same issue we're talking about today. Amen. Shirley says, I'm grateful that God brought us together. Grateful too. Dr. Deborah says, yes, sometimes you may not even know how to articulate your needs. Someone asking you the question makes you think. And sometimes we're not even willing to think. Amen. Katura, thank you for bringing that back around. Perhaps they have overlearned not to ask for help. I know that to be true. Because how many times have you been made to feel small or stupid for asking something? And oftentimes we reconcile ourselves. I'm never going to do that again. I'm never asking. They're not going to make me feel stupid. I'm not going to ask for that again. Sometimes asking a question requires tremendous vulnerability. tremendous vulnerability that oftentimes we have just learned we're not willing to pay that cost for the benefit. Cost and benefit, cost and benefit. As I remember from my corporate days, cost benefit analysis is one that I had to learn early on because I was put in a department with a new computer language that I knew nothing about. Wanted out of this particular department. I did not feel qualified to be there because it felt like I was listening to a whole nother language. And I did not feel comfortable or equipped to troubleshoot and to support anything that was going on in the room. But my manager at the time was a woman of wisdom, and she armed me with ask the questions. They're only stupid because they're not asked. And 9 times out of 10, I would be able to leverage my ignorance to bring about understanding. Leverage your ignorance to bring about understanding. Because if you ask a stupid question, then someone has to answer it. And if they can't answer it, then it wasn't stupid. A lot of times people were in that room talking over each other's heads to try to use pomp and circumstance to avoid the problem in the room. And a lot of times we miss out on answers because we're too scared to look stupid. We're too scared to ask the question. And after being willing to ask those questions, and I'd say it in a minute, forgive me if this is a stupid question, but how does that connect with this? And it get the eye rolls. And then at the end of the conversation, I said, well, no, that didn't exactly make sense. And by the time they dissected their BS answer, they had actually come to the solution that would resolve the issue. Because oftentimes we're over responding or under requesting information. What do you need? How can I support you? How can we benefit one another? That's right. Shirley said it. There's never a stupid question. There's not. There may be an annoying question. There may be a question that you feel like you're tired of answering, but it wouldn't be asked if it had really been answered already. It wouldn't be asked if it wasn't common knowledge. So the question is necessary. Understanding sometimes we can't get past the point that we're at because we're stuck in a place that we're not willing to need help. We're not willing. We're not willing. We're not willing. How long are you going to hide behind the know-it-all persona and actually step out to find out how you can know more? It's all a process. It's all a process. And I'm always grateful to navigate in that space. It's time for these songs. It is now 9:44. We should have started them a couple of minutes ago. But I'm going to start with Uzama, the Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King. He's the Bitcoin King. Uzama. Thank you, Uzama, for joining us this morning. All right, Shirley. Shirley DeJohnette. Wyatt will rock you. Rock you. Shirley DeJohnette. Wyatt will rock you. Rock you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Susan, did you bug your husband? Is he feeling better today? Amen. Katura's here. All right. You've been going a couple of weeks, so I'm going to say it. Back to life. Back to Katura Green. However do you want it. However do you need it. Amen. Welcome back. Welcome back, Katura. Thank you for joining us this morning. Terry Robinson. I'm Terry Robinson, and I achieve anything you want done, baby. I do it naturally. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, Liesel, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you so much for joining to the Antonovi. What I'm doing right now is I'm thanking my consistent contributors for coming in. Brian and I have songs that we've assigned to each and every one that has been a consistent contributor and helped us to find a song for them. And I am endeavoring to do the songs by myself. Antonovi has a logo. And you know, with the logo, you take a deep breath in, you put your shoulders back, you put on your Nigerian voice, and you say, "Thank you, Antonovi." Thank you, Antonovi. Thank you for joining us today. Amen. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Deborah, trauma healing and manifestation coach. Amen. Amen. Miss Phyllis is here. She has a logo. Miss Phyllis is here. Miss Phyllis is here. So we can have a good day. Thank you so much for joining, Miss Phyllis. William Brown has a song, "Good Morning to Our Friend Will. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will." Amen, amen. Brother Mark Greer. So high you... No, it's not so high. So wide you can't get... I don't remember. So low you can't get under it. So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. We're going to get there, Brother Mark. I usually have Brian to do the cues, and I'm just doing the choreo, but that's okay. We getting it. Carmelo, we need a song for you. Sheila is in the building. Sheila, storms are brewing in her eyes. Oh, amen, amen. Thank you so much, Sheila. Logo, the number one logo herself, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Thank you so much for joining, Dr. Beverly. Jennifer, you keep hanging out with us. We're going to have to get you a song. Amen, amen, amen. Oh, Emily, she came and she gave without taking. Oh, Emily, I got it. I think I got all of them. Amen, amen. Antonovi said, that is it for me. The not will, yes, I understand. Amen, amen. Susan said, no oops. I know. Terry said, thank you for my song. You're welcome. Shirley said, great job on the song. Lisa Santiago, thank you so much. Susan said, I listen to a lot of praise and worship. Amen. Susan said, I love the songs. Amen. Rock of Ages is one of my favorite songs. Rock of Ages, I have to figure out how to put Susan Kennedy in that song because I like Rock of Ages too. And Dr. Deborah said, Lisa, you did good. Well, phew. I made it, and I'm grateful that I made it, and it was with your help. I'm grateful that you all decided to join me this morning. I'm grateful for all of you that registered for the Selling with Heart webinar today at 7 p.m. It's only $9. If you go to the link tree for the Empowerment Duo, you can register and you will receive the link shortly. It should have gone out with the order, but that's okay. I've got it, and they'll be going out shortly. I've got all your email addresses for all the people that have already signed up. And we'll make sure that you get the invitation to the webinar. It is today at 7 o'clock Eastern. It is only $9, and you will learn how to master the art of selling with heart. The art of selling with heart. That means each and every one of us will have a unique opportunity to sell authentically from our own perspective. Selling with heart from your heart to others, because what you do is part of what you bring to the world. So we love, love, love you. We'll see you tonight at 7:00 at the webinar. For those of you who have already registered and paid your $9. Hey, Shirley, that's right. I saw you on there. You will get the webinar link very shortly. And in the meantime and in between time, don't forget to have sex.